Warfare 3 just released, and I put together some of the best settings to use for multiplayer. This first setting is important for players that play on controller. You want to go down the settings, go to controller, go to gameplay, and scroll down to slide dive behavior. You want to make sure this is set to tap to slide. Otherwise, it's going to be super difficult to slide cancel, which will ultimately affect your movement in this game. This next tip will definitely help everyone out. You want to go back to the settings tab, go to graphics, go to view, scroll down to invert flashbang, and once you see this, you want to make sure this is on. If you turn this on, this will make your flashbangs get darker instead of flashing on your screen. So I turned on the inverted flash and I equipped the flashbang. Oh, that's a grenade. So I turned on the inverted flash and I'm gonna throw a flashbang. As you can see, it just gets darker. I know a lot of people probably play in the dark and it gets pretty annoying when you get hit with a flashbang and it blasts your eyes with that white light. One of the next things you wanna do is turn off your motion blur and your grain. You can go to this by going to graphics, view, camera, and then you'll see world motion blur. Turn this off. Once you turn this off, you'll notice that when you turn your character real quick, you're still able to kind of see. If you had motion blur on, you wouldn't be able to do this. And on top of all that, if you're playing on PC, taking off motion blur may give you a little bit more performance. So for this next tip, depending on what platform you're playing on, you want to go to that tab. In my case, I'm on PC, so I'm going to go to keyboard and mouse, and then I'm going to go to gameplay. I'm going to scroll down until I see automatic airborne mantle. You want to make sure this is set to partial. If this is set to partial, this will make you automatically mantle only if it can prevent a fall. So the game recognizes whether or not you're going to fall off and die, and it prevents you from mantling off. This is a really good setting to have if it's not already turned on. For the longest, I didn't even know about this setting. Next, we're going to talk about controller sensitivity. Now, this is all personal preference, whether you play on controller or keyboard and mouse. You want to find a good middle ground. For the sake of the video, we're going to go with keyboard and mouse. And as you can see, my mouse sensitivity is set to about 7. This is a good middle ground for me. Now, when it comes to keyboard and mouse, you want to find out what your DPI is. And my DPI is set to about 800, and I got this paired with the 7 sensitivity, which gives me a good, slow, but kind of fast sensitivity to help me keep my accuracy and also snap to opponents when I need to. So when it comes to controller, I don't play controller a lot, but if you go to controller, aiming, you'll see your horizontal and your vertical stick sensitivity. This is at 13, very high. This is not a sensitivity you would want to go with in my opinion. I think you should be around 5 or 6. This is a good middle ground for both of these. Once you change that, you should see a difference, but also if you already have your settings set for Modern Warfare 2, they should just transfer over to Modern Warfare 3, so you might not have to change this. Once again, this is for either keyboard and mouse. Just choose your platform. My platform is going to be keyboard and mouse, and then I'm going to scroll to gameplay, and then I'm going to go down to tactical sprint behavior. This may be set to double tap in your case, but you want to set this to single tap. Because if you set this to single tap, you only have to tap the sprint button once to go into the tactical stance. If you didn't have this equipped, you would have to double tap it, which would take a little bit longer. I like to do this to help keep me quick. I hope some of these tips helped you out. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. With all that being said, I'll see you in the next video.